Right, thanks for staying with us. The City of Johannesburg manager, Floyd Brink, says it will take several months to rebuild the area which a blast damaged in the CBD on Wednesday. The blast ripped through the bustling Lillian Ngoyi Street, formerly called Bree, resulting in the death of one person and injury of 48 others. For an update on this now, we take SABC News reporter Patricia Fasach, who joins us now for an update. Patricia, thank you so much for your time this hour. So what's the situation on the ground today?
Well, good morning, and of course to our viewers as well. You would know it's a freezing Saturday morning here in Johannesburg and perhaps other parts of the province. But here in Bree Street, of course, following that explosion, the disaster that befell this particular street, a lot of mop-up operations that are still taking place, a lot of assessments. We saw that a large contingent of officials from Egoli Gas that have been here since early morning, checking their servitude pipelines. You would understand that, of course, all eyes so far, have been falling on Egoli Gas. There's a lot of allegations that some of their infrastructure, some of their gas pipelines might be at the center of the disaster that took place here. So they've been here all morning trying to just assess their infrastructure. But it's also somewhat business as usual. A lot of the residents that we have spoken to who live around here in the flats saying that they've been struggling. It's not life as usual for them. Also the business people in the area saying that it's not what they used to, and they really hoping that there will be speedy interventions so that things can turn to normal. In particular businesses, as you would know, that this is perhaps the heartbeat of the economic activity in the Johannesburg inner city. One of the business women, perhaps not here, but who comes here frequently to get some stock and so on, you told us that you're heartbroken about what happened here.
Yes, I'm absolutely heartbroken. I am sad and saddened for so many businesses that are affected here. I'm in a group of women that normally walks also from Rosebank here to the center of the city for exercise, but we also are making use and supporting all these businesses. We are so worried, and we can't even think when business will return to normal. It is so sad because some of the regular businesses that we normally go to, all the doors are closed, and we would like to have updates as to what measures could be done to some of the businesses while they are busy with operations to fix how these businesses will operate.
Yeah, and that is really the crux for many businesses around here. When will normal activity resume? How long will it take for the inspections, the investigations to conclude? You would understand several reports will have to be issued to establish the exact cause of what happened and how to prevent a similar incident moving forward. I want to now turn to a resident. I'm joined by Simba. Simba, tell us about your experience. Earlier you told me that you've been left extremely traumatized.
Yeah, as a resident who stay in town, we are affected very much because we used to move around like the street, Bree Street, no one can move safely. Like we are being afraid. We're always in flats because the police are not allowed us to move on the Bree Street because of what it happens. So we're being afraid for all those 3 days, 4 days. Also, water is a problem. We are moving around, like we are struggling even to get the food because some shops, they are closed. We are not allowed to enter in some shops because they close. It's nearly to the Bree Street. So it's very terrible, but I hope they will fix up everything because a lot of people will be affected. Even the residents who are staying in the flats, we are not allowed to move around. We are not safe. We are not feeling comfortable also, but I hope they will fix up everything to be okay.
Of course, electricity might take time to restore in some of the flats. City Power is doing the best they can. They've indicated to make sure that they attend to that. But the issue of water, I've seen several water tankers. There's one right here next to me. What's your experience in terms of that? Are you getting enough water?
Yeah, they started, I think yesterday is when we start to get enough water, because they are supplying us water. There are tanks that were coming to supply the water. We are suffocating because the toilets that we are using need to be flushed. We used to water for all those needs that we used to cook and something, but for now we are getting water supply. Since these 2 days they are supplying us water, but we hope things will be fine.
Given the fact that the root cause of this particular blast has not exactly been established yet, are you not concerned that there might be a reoccurrence and you might face another disaster, more turmoil, more mayhem? You're not worried about your safety in terms of that something might happen still, as we still don't know what's exactly at the center of this?
Yeah, as people who are staying around on the Bree Street, we don't feel comfortable for now, because this explosion that it happens here, we don't know, is it now stopped or it's gonna continue to happen. But for now, our life is in danger now, because we don't know what's gonna be happening, and we are not feeling safe. Like, we don't know where you're gonna step up or to moving around. We are being afraid to move around because anything can happen. We don't know is it stopped or what's gonna happen, but we hope the government is gonna assist us.
What's your most basic needs that you urgently need, that you feel that if they can give you these things, at least it can, fill those gaps for the interim? Of course, there's water that's already being supplied, but what other needs do the residents in this area have?
As the residents that are staying around, also people are suffering now to get the food, because some shops that were around us, they are closed. Also, there are people who are working around those shops who are used to go to work there, but for now they are not longer doing. Some people, they get affected. Also, the businesses, there were people who are vendors who were selling things around the street. They are no longer getting the space because of the law. They don't allow them to sell. And also us as the residents who are staying, we are affected to get the food to eat. This disaster, it affects us a lot. But now also we were suffering to get the water, but now water, they are supplying us water, but the food also, we still need to get assisted to get the food. Some people, because they are no longer doing the business around.
All right, thank you so much, Simba. We're just going to move closer to just show you again, where the team of Egoli Gas has been working all morning. Some of them still here trying to assess their pipelines. There was a bit of drilling that was taking place early morning here. We were standing, just watching to see what is happening. You can see that the assessments still continue as they're trying to establish whether their infrastructure may have been at the center of this blast or what exactly is happening. Well, we tried to obviously get comment from the team, and they're saying they're not ready yet. They're still doing their investigations. They're trying to obviously compile reports that they will share with the city, with the province upon the completion of their investigations. And I just want to turn to this side here. Water tanker, as you know, water is one of the basic services in this particular area that is heavily affected. So I'm going to try and move in. We're probably going to bend a bit just to get that shot to show you, some of the residents here trying to get water, trying to be assisted here. This is, of course, as their lives have been severely affected and impacted by the blast that has taken place here. So it's, as I said earlier, it's cold. Yet it is not business as usual in this particular part of town, and a lot of people are affected. How are you, sir? I see that you're here to get water. Just tell me, how are you feeling this morning? It's been days since the blast. How are you feeling? Okay, he's a bit shy. Let's see if we can speak to somebody else. How are you, sir? Do you live in the area?
Yes, I live at 3, but down the road, License Hall.
Yeah, since the blast, it's been a couple of days. How are you feeling? Are things coming together? What are your needs?
We don't have electricity, we don't have water. Since the gas explosion, we haven't been told what's happening, and it has been a problem for all of us as residents in Joburg.
And are you a businessman? What do you do?
Employee. I work for one of the tanker company.
And has your work perhaps been affected by the blast?
Not really, but we've been bathing with cold water. I mean, we don't have electricity, so we have to wake up early to get water.
Food?
Food-wise, yeah, we can't cook, so it has been a problem as well.
There's a lot of disruptions to your normal daily life.
Yes, ma'am, there has been.
And what would you say are your core needs, maybe immediate needs?
My immediate needs is electricity and water. Those are the basic needs that we need. So those are the basic needs, yeah.
Safety concerns, of course, the root cause of what really transpired, that's not really clear at this stage. Are you worried that since we don't really know what happened, that your lives may be in danger, or we might see another blast?
We may see if the government does not maintain the road and the infrastructure. So maintenance is very important, because we live in high buildings, and also since we live in high structural buildings, so maintenance is very important.
All right, thank you so much, sir, and good luck. We're just going to walk down the street and see maybe if we can get a businessman that we can speak to that operates in this part of the street. Obviously, it's not the affected street, but it's very close by. And as you've been hearing, people saying electricity, water, those are the two main services that they are battling with currently. So we're just going to spot and see who else can we speak to. Just that truck again, that is, the daily occurrence here, as officials are trying to make sure that they at least meet the basic needs of those who are affected in this particular area. And as I said, a lot of assessments, also a lot of police, a lot of metro police that are also safeguarding the area, making sure that there is law and order as they try to put the necessary pieces together following the blast here. So still a lot, but I think the dust has settled. The mayhem is over. So we continue to monitor what's happening here. For now, we toss it back to studio.
Patricia Vasahi there for us. Thank you very much indeed for that update. We no doubt will be touching base with you a bit later on.